It's Week 14 of the NFL, and we've got the BlackKnights leader at quarterback, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the BlackKnights and the Falcons, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Atlanta Falcons and the London BlackKnights. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at our featured team here, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's good.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
It was really sudden after the first play picked off. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Back to throw here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him and really say thanks because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Weber. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Weber. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, and Next Gen Stats says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And he's going to bring the football back for a touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Now the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And here now come the Falcons.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
The Falcons send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And you can see by the X next to their name, they have clinched the NFC East already. For the moment, though, they would host a wild card game in round 1.
And for me, it brings back memories about how tough it is to win this division. Not just in recent years, but think about the decades that have stacked up where we've said the NFC East, always one of the toughest divisions in the NFL. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This one from 46 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Weber. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 15.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Here's a give up the middle. Dances by him. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2nd and 6. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Weber. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They run the option on 2nd down.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. London about set to take over on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. So the field goal unit is coming on here. And, boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
London about set to take over on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On play action, they'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
And down he goes again, a bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
Oh, clock running as he's brought down, but now you can't spike it. It's 4th down.
He'll lose a couple on what should be the final play of the first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. The Chiefs with one of their best performances of the year as they come away with victory number 5. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans.
The Titans looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for our home team, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. On the move to his left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The 13 yards that time and a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll look to throw now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That one goes for 24 yards.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you could use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Going to throw right side here, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They go play action here on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Black Knights take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. A 10-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Well, the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wildcard teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas till the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right back to him on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff running through the middle. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They bring their punter out there now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Weber.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Weber. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Hands it off out of the gun.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 3 yards out.
And the Falcons are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. London about set to take over on offense.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Gets by him at the 25. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48.
The Falcons ready to take over. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. A time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
A 1st down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Back to throw now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They'll set up to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's the 2nd and 7. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he stopped immediately there. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So they bring out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree. Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but I
like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone